Hey everybody, it's Mrs. McKee, and today I'm going to talk to you about ways that you can become a better reader. So parents, this is going to be a 3-part series, and students, you're going to learn from your parents about how to become a better reader. There's 3 ways to become a better reader. Step 1, you need to read the punctuation, not just the words. So today we're going to talk about how to read punctuation and what you should do. There's lots of punctuation that you might come across when you're reading your story. The most frequently used punctuation that I come across while reading is a period. So when you get to a period, what I want you to do is I want you to take a quick breath like this. And I want you to stop. When you get to a period, it's a time for you to pause before you move on to the next sentence. Sometimes you might come across commas, and commas are basically giving you the same instruction as a period would, except it's like a mini breath. So if you come across a comma, then I want you to just pause quickly like this, comma, and in your head I want you to think, pause, and then keep going. Because the comma is telling you that you need to slow down for a minute so that you can understand what the author is trying to say. Other frequently used punctuation would be the question mark and the exclamation mark. And you have to decide when you get to an exclamation mark how your character's feeling at that time, because exclamation mark doesn't always just mean excited. Sometimes it might mean afraid, and you really have to think about what's going on in the story so that you make sure that you're reading with the right kind of expression that the author intends. Where the wild things are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind. He is making mischief. And another, chasing his dog with a fork. Oh my goodness. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. I'm going to stop here on this page, and I'm just going to point out, here's a period, so this is a really good stopping place for you to catch your breath before you go on to the next page. If there was more text on this page, then you would stop here and pause before you went on, but this story actually does a really good job of breaking things up at the appropriate time so that you can pause more naturally as you read. So I also read Wild Thing with an exclamation mark and I'll eat you up. And I said it that way because the way Max's face looks tells me that he's looking a little grumpy, so I wanted to make sure that I represented his voice in kind of a grumpy manner. I'm going to keep reading the story, and I'll pause when I get to a good stopping point to show you another example. So I feel like this is another great stopping point to learn about some more punctuation. So here we have a period, and then I see a comma and another comma and then an exclamation point. And I do see quotation marks too, but we'll talk about that on episode 3 when I talk about character voices. So it says, and made him king of all the wild things. And then you want to stop there. You want to take a breath. And now, mini breath. When you get to the commas, you take a mini breath. And now, mini breath, cried Max. Mini breath. Let the wild rumpus start. And you want to use a really excited voice to show that Max is happy about the wild rumpus starting. All right, here's another great place to stop. I see an exclamation point, I see a period, I see another period, and then all the way over here I see another period. So this is a great place to practice. Now stop, Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. Take a breath there. And Max, the king of all the wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. And then there's a period, so you're going to take another breath there. This page is also a really good example. But the wild things cried, mini breath, "Oh, please don't go." And if you get to a hyphen like this, you're also going to pause. It's just another way that the author can represent that they want you to take a little breath and don't rush through the words. So the wild things would say it something like this. "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." hope you guys liked part 1 of this mini reading series on how to help your child become a better, more fluent reader. Don't forget, part 2 coming up will be how to scoop your words, and part 3 will be about reading quotation marks and character expression. Don't forget to give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We miss you guys. Can't wait to see you in person.